Duxford, the UK's largest aviation museum, home to Spitfires, Concorde, and even the legendary FSR-71 Blackbird. But if you've visited recently, you'll know it feels different. The Land Warfare Hall has gone, exhibits have been reshuffled, and some fans just say the magic isn't just the same. So, today, we are asking, is IWM Duxford still worth visiting in 2025-2026, or has it lost what made it special? Let's take a closer look. Duxford isn't just a museum, it's a place where history was made. Built in World War I, it became a front-line RAF base during the Battle of Britain. This was where young art pilots scrambled into Hurricanes and Spitfires to face the Luftwaffe. In World War II, American fighter groups moved in P-47 Thunderbolts and P-51 Mustangs, launched from these very runways to escort bombers into Europe. When the RAF left in 1961, the site almost fell silent, but in 1976, the Imperial War Museum stepped in and began building what would become one of the largest aviation collections in Europe. And for decades, Duxford earned a reputation for that treasure hunt feel. Hangars packed with history, no frills, just rows and rows of aircraft, tanks and vehicles. It wasn't just an exhibition, it was an experience. But fast forward to today, and things have changed. The museum has reorganised its exhibits, be more accessible, more family friendly, and easier to navigate. That means aircraft have been moved between hangars, displays restructured to fit themselves and tell stories, and of course the closure of the Land and Warfare Hall in 2025. That closure hit hard. For a lot of fans, it wasn't just a collection of tanks, it was an entire world. Cold War armour, deserts, dioramas that brought the ground warfare to life. Losing it narrowed the scope of the museum. Let's be very clear, Duxford still remains incredible. Concorde, one of the most iconic airliners ever built, open for visitors to explore. The Lancaster, a rare survivor standing proud among World War II legends. The SR-71 Blackbird, the fastest jet ever built, and the only one outside the US. And the B-52 Stratofortress, so big it fits an entire hangar. And Duxford isn't just about static displays. Sally B, the only UK's flying B-17, still takes to the skies. Spitfire's Hurricanes still fly from the runway they defended in the 1940s. On airshow days, the atmosphere is electric. Engines roaring, history alive right in front of your eyes. But here's where it divides opinion. The hangars now feel more spaced out. It's neater, tidier, easier for newcomers, but gone is that overwhelming sense of stepping into a world cramped with history. Before it felt raw, even chaotic. Now it feels curated. Everything carefully chosen, everything with its place. It's easier to follow, but harder to stumble upon surprises. And without the Land and Warfare Hall, the armour and tanks, the grit of ground combat is simply missing. And that's not just me saying it. Online you'll find passionate debates. Long-time visitors say, it feels emptier now, or I miss Land Warfare Hall. Others praise the clarity, saying the kids understood it more, and the layout flowed better, and it felt less overwhelming. So the split is clear. If you love chaos of old Duxford, you'll miss it. If you're the new created layout, might be exciting for what you need. Why do museums change at all? Part of its preservation. Some aircraft and vehicles can't sit forever in the same corner, part of its storytelling. Modern museums want to teach, not just display, and Part of its accessibility, families, school, and newcomers often need clear guidance through history. The downside, when you streamline history, you sometimes lose the rawness that made it feel real. Compare that to other UK collections. RAF Hendon in London is highly polished and interactive displays and modern storytelling. Shuttleworth, on the other hand, is old school, messy, atmospheric, and magical. Duxford used to be strangled in the line. Now it leans closer to Hendon, tidier, cleaner, but less wild, and not necessarily bad. It just depends what you value. So, if you're planning a trip in 2025, what should you do? Allow at least a full day out. There's a lot of walking between hangars. Don't miss the American Air Museum, it's jaw dropping. Go inside Concorde, it's a chance to step back in time. Check the calendar. Flying days transform the place completely. And if you're a photographer, bring extra batteries because every corner is a postcard. For me, the old Duxford was magical. Plane squeezed wing tight to wing tight. Cold War jets crowding into corners, tanks looming in dark shadows of the Land Warfare Hall. It was messy, but it felt alive. The new Duxford is cleaner, easier, more visitor friendly. It's still stunning, but I do miss the organised chaos. That sense you were stumbling through history rather than being guided neatly through it. So, is IWM Duxford still worth visiting in 2025? Absolutely. For newcomers, it's breathtaking. For families, it's more accessible than ever. And for long-time fans, you may miss what's gone, but despite the changes, it's still one of the greatest aviation museums in the world. And the fact is, you can stand on the historic runway watching Spitfires fly against the same skies they defended. That's priceless. What do you think? Has Duxford's new look made it better, or has it lost some of the magic? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience. If you enjoyed this, hit that like and subscribe button and stick around for more aviation, history and museum deep dives. Until next time, keep looking